a unique individual, a special person who, at this time of the year, we kind of, the department stores celebrate his birth. So in this time of the celebration of the life or birth of a unique individual, form has taken over. It's about buying this, buying that, buying the other, or getting this, getting that, getting the other. And we have confused things. But a few things about this individual that we don't truly know about because we have not really truly studied this. When we talk about Yahushua or Jesus, the Greek Jesus, his name was not Jesus. He pulled some people aside and he said, I will tell you the secrets to the universe. Some of the people who were with him, he said no. He said, I will speak to them in parables because it requires them to think, to get out. But some people who had come to the point where they were naked, he told the truth to. The truth. One of the questions asked of him was, tell me about this lake of fire forever thing. He was kind of, come here. Let me tell you. He said, yeah, there is that kind of thing. He said, but it's not forever. It's not forever. He says, no. Every person can escape that. And what they're talking about is an attitude, not a place of fire. He said, but if you tell them that, then nobody will want to do right. So you got to tell them that they're going to burn forever in order to get them to just act right. So this person, being a wise person, understood certain things that with many people, they have to be told one thing in order for there to be control, in order for there to be order, because they think too much. And one of the things he talked about was, what you see through the mind. And I think you've heard that before. What you see through the mind. That is, what you have concocted to be truth and what you have concocted to be reality. When it comes to absolute value, this doesn't work because it always taints it with something you think you know. It taints it with something you think you know. What this man did was tell the truth in various levels, because the same was not true of everyone. And you have heard me say this. Some people I will say certain things to, and some people I won't, because they're not ready to receive it. And I say ready to receive it. You can be ready to receive it by being naked, by not knowing. I don't know. And if you don't know, you may be told something, and then I'll tell you something to do so that you actualize that knowledge. Actualize. Let's go back. You find great numbers of people back in that day able to do miraculous things. This will appeal to some of you. Some of you it will not. Some of you it'll be, I think it was, I don't know, a couple of those guys that used to hang out with Jesus. They got to arguing over who was the man. They met on the temple steps and called up this one guy, and the guy says, I have the power of life and death, and bam, down the guy fell dead. Guy said, you think that's something? Raised him up. Oh, okay, well, everybody starts. He's the one. The guy says, well, I tell you what I'm going to do. I'm going to raise up and I'm going to fly around over the buildings and stuff. Okay, so in the middle of his flight, this guy supposedly prayed, "Oh Lord, give me the strength to make him fall." Bam! And all the people stoned him. See, I have this question. Is this leadership? Is this the guy you want leading you anywhere? Only idiots would want this guy. So what I'm saying is that people see, and some people saw that and said, no, neither one, But this is what power does to you if you're not clean. The power of creation. I say, you create your own reality. There are levels of creation and level upon level upon level. If you're not clean, you will be like Joshua was at, I forget the name of the garden, not Yosemite. That's Yosemite Sam. What was it?
Yosemite.
Yeah, Gethsemane, yeah. He was at Yosemite and Sam came out, doggone varmint. His problem, as he looked down upon the city, and they say he was visited by the devil, change that word, he was visited by the doubt. Man, I could go down there and what I got, I could run this sucker. But this power, man, I could be. He struggled. He hadn't yet overcome the attachment to the physical. So the power gave him a great problem. That's why I say you first must be naked. Because then you're not looking to lead. You're not looking to be mayor. You're not looking to be high priest or whatever. That is not what you're looking for. So you have to look in your own heart and be honest with yourself about why you want these things. And these things are going to happen. Stuff is going to happen. There was a young woman in New York who used to acupuncture me. Every time I went, I got pumped. And we would talk. And as we talked about things, I opened up. And one day she was doing some work on this belt. It was like an obi, what we call an obi in martial arts. This thing just unraveled, which of course freaked her out. If you're not ready, you will be freaked out. Okay? Your fear will not allow you to go past certain points. And if it doesn't allow you to go past certain points, you cannot be free. Because it's freedom that you're looking for. Freedom to be who you are. The freedom to... See, what we call freedom in America is license. It's not freedom. We are victims. The freedom is to be able to choose. When you cannot choose over anger, hear me well, I am not talking about suppressing. Suppressing is denying the truth. I feel angry. No, I don't feel angry. No. What you do is you feel that energy and you let that energy rise in your body and it changes. So you're not putting another lid on. You cannot pretend to be something you are not. You cannot pretend to be at a spot when you're not at that spot. And miracles do happen. what you learn to understand is the relationship between you and the world. The relationship between you and the world. The whole world. The power that is in you. Yeah, these guys are walking around raising the dead and raising hell and all that. You begin to understand differently. He said what he had to say to those people he had to say it to. He said it to Mary, not his mother, his woman. He said it to, what's the guy's, Judas. He said it to a young man who had died. He said, I will tell you the secrets of the universe. To everybody else he talked in these parables, because these people that he talks to with parables have to figure it out. And that's an exercise of consciousness. Just like any technique, it's an exercise of consciousness.